They about to look at the shit that I'm on. Why don't we get in topic? Crew looking like pentatonics, locked in, recording in tropics. And the East Big 3, Big Bronzy B, way good, he working on optics. Thought biz while smoking exotics. We lit, never thought about it. Cause they about to look at the shit that I'm on. Why don't we get in topics? Send way back, all black, I'm talking. Feeling like Shaq, I weigh my options. And the East Big 3, Big Bronzy B, way good, he working on optics. Thought biz while smoking exotics. It's saucy, all the projects. It's saucy.
Yo, what's good? RCR Presents MSD Sports, episode 8. What's good, everybody? My name is Sam, also known as YPK. We got Mikey, Michael John DeStefano. We got Camden. And what's good to MSD Sports, everybody? Mikey, introduce yourself.
What is good, everybody? It is your boy, Michael John, coming to you from the 02135. We are live. Camden was goody. YBK was goody, boys.
What's up, Camden? What's up?
What's going on, people? It's your boy Camden Lee from the 90250. You know what it is. We're back with another episode 8. I'm so excited. We're going to be talking about some big things. There's a lot of situations been happening the last few weeks, and I'm just ready to just talk about it all. What's happening?
Yes, sir. What's up, guys? Been a long time. Today we're going to talk about some MLB hot stove. A lot of players have been signed and traded. We're going to talk about some NBA news. Jimmy Butler, what's going on? And then we're going to talk about more about NBA, a little more trade acquisitions, some rumors, some spicy rumors, and we're going to spice it off with some NFL talks, guys. Let's get it. Let's start off with that free agency, guys. A lot of people have been signed since the last time we spoke about MLB, guys. We're going to start off with right fielder Max Kepler signs with the Philadelphia Phillies with the 1-year, $10 million contract. And guys, if a name pops up, let me know. And then, let me see how you feel about it, okay? Third base Gio Urshela comes to an agreement and signs a 1-year deal with the Athletics. Left-hand pitcher Patrick Sandoval and the Boston Red Sox come to agreement with the 2-year, $18.25 million contract.
Ooh, Sandy, I like that. Come on, Sox, let's get this money.
2 years. Christian Walker gets signed to the Houston Astros. 34 years old, 3 years, $60 million contract, 20 years, AAV. I think you guys know this guy, first base Josh Naylor from the Cleveland Guardians gets traded to the Diamondbacks for Slade Cecconi and a competitive balanced round B draft pick.
Okay.
Classic first baseman Carlos Santana signs with the Guardians again for a 1-year, $12 million contract. Welcome back to Cleveland. First baseman Nathaniel Lau gets traded from the Rangers and goes to the Nationals for Robert Garcia. And we have left-hand pitcher Sean Maeda re-signs with the New York Mets, 3-year, $75 million contract.
Big money.
We got an ex-Dodger, Jock Peterson, signs with the Texas Rangers, 2 years, $37 million contract with that 2026 player option, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
Right-hand pitcher Walker Buehler, World Series champion, signs with the Boston Red Sox in a 1-year, $21 million contract, guys.
We gotta stop for a second.
Aye.
We gotta stop and talk about that. Listen, we got Walker Buehler leaving the Dodgers, which I'm rocking a Dodger blue today. You know what I'm saying?
True. I see that.
But to go to the Sox, I mean, something must be in the water in Boston, because I feel like 1 year, $21 million. That's a lot of money for a quick 1 year. They must be up to something, seeing if he could do something.
Bro, I called this. I knew that they weren't going to get Corbin Burns and they would get someone like Walker Buehler to wager $21 million. How old is Walker Buehler? Can someone tell me? Late 30s? Is he?
Walker Buehler is 30 years old.
Mid 30s? Okay, 30's not bad, actually. 1 year, a 1 year bet on him is still for $20 million. Man, I wish we got Corbin Burns. I wish we got Corbin Burns. But I do like Sandoval. Sandoval signing is nice.
Yeah.
Minea, I felt like, was another big name pitcher that we jumped over here that we heard. That's a good signing for the Mets because the lefties are always tricky, right? You got to add to the rotation. We got some young hitters. The Red Sox, they got them young hitters. So are these pitchers going to be enough to carry us? Or are they going to do just enough?
I mean, we spending what $9 million on one guy, on Patrick, and then we're spending about 21 on Walker. So, I think what a big thing that we talked about, even just kind of briefly going through, what the Sox need is that their pitching has always been shaky the last couple of years. So I think these two guys, having them on a trial year, one for a 2 year, one for a 1 year, I'm hoping that they can really shore up this bullpen and really shore up this starting pitching so that eventually, you know what I mean, if we need to invest a couple dollars in the next season, we can see what we can do. The AL has some hitters in that bad boy. Don't let him fool you. So having some good pitching is phenomenal. I'm really really excited about that. One guy that I'm really far as the apple has fallen. Andrew McCutcheon signs a 1 year $5 million contract with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Do you guys remember when this household team was making 20-30 million dollars? This guy was nasty. 1 year, 5 million. Do you guys feel like that's a lot of money?
I feel like Andrew McCutcheon's an MVP winner. He's an ex-MVP winner. I think he's come to an age where he's trying to, time to let it go, and then he goes going back to his team that, he went to the playoffs with, and I'm sure his fans love it right now. It's a good deal for both sides. I feel like $5 million for the Pirates too is not bring that veteran presence to the clubhouse as well. So I feel like it's not bad. I think it's not bad.
Is he gonna play the outfield?
Yes.
He's gonna field?
So. I think
because
so.
I'm like, is he like? I feel like he ain't hitting crazy no more, right?
No.
Like he ain't hitting like he used to and running like he used to. But he's getting older. I think Sam, you said it. It's just like coming back home. You know what I mean? In baseball, as long as you're healthy enough, I feel like morale-wise, I don't disagree. $5 million is not that much. You're right, Camden. I guess, hey, come on home, be a veteran presence for the locker room, and let's get it.
I agree. Let's get it.
I saw that name pop up, and I said, we got to talk about this guy because him going back to the Pirates. I remember when he was up for like $100 million contract with them.
Yep, yes, sir.
Back in the day. So I'm going back. I'm saying, oh, $5 million.
I mean, he's coming 37, 38 now, so I think it's time to go back home,
Mm-hmm. You're right. You need that veteran presence sometimes in the locker room just to kind of give it a little bit of, a little bit more, show you how to be professional.
I mean,
remember he had a short stint with the Yankees?
Yes, he did. He did. I mean, he did. He had his days, but he wasn't as good as the MVP time. But wasn't that O'Neal guy in? Was it the Pirates? O'Neal Cruz? Wait, is he in the Pirates? I mean, that's great for a young guy like him. He can definitely get his perspective changed from that kind of presence. And he was there last year too, so it'd be cool to see him.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and we got any other news? What's going down?
I mean, we got a few more. We got Eloy Jimenez signs a minor league deal with the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, this guy, he was in the Orioles. He was another team, but he had a lot of potential, but injuries stopped him. So he had a lot of potential. I liked him when he first came up. An ex-Yankee guy, second baseman Gleyber Torres, signs with Detroit Tigers in a 1 year, $15 million contract. And I'm kind of bittersweet we let him go, but I'm kind of happy we did. And $15 million, Yankees ain't gonna pay $15 million right now. I don't think so. You guys know this guy, World Series champion Teoscar Hernandez re-signs with the Los Angeles Dodgers in a 3-year, $66 million contract. This deal includes a 4th-year option for $15 million, and he gets a $23 million signing bonus, and he also deferred $23 million like the Dodgers always do.
Listen, I tell you, them suckers been doing something. All these funny dudes with this deferred money. We've talked about it in previous episodes. I'm telling you, how you gonna sign for 3 years, right? $66 million, and a third of that you're gonna defer it. Make it make sense for me. It's like they ain't gonna pay you the first year. It's like I'm gonna pay you $1 for the first year.
Yep.
Then I'll pay you a couple million for the second year. When I saw the contract at first, Mikey, and please chime in after I'm done. When I saw the contract at first, 3 years, 66 million, I said, wow. I said that's a pretty good steal. Then a fourth year option for 15, that's also a steal. And then you tell me the fact that he had 23 deferred, fam. Please, guys, let us know. They cheating. I know I got them on, but I'm telling you, they're pulling something. I'm putting rabbits out they had and everything. Mikey, talk to me. I'm just confused. Is this deferred money a thing? What's up?
It is a thing, obviously, for the Dodgers. We've been talking about this for what, 2 months now? Does it make it right? Does it make it wrong? I mean, it's their choice. It's their money, so they can spend it how they want. I feel like the bigger question is, do you think that Teoscar Hernandez is worth 3 years, 66 million? Because let's be real, I feel like last year he did perform. They bet on him last year for a 1 year, right? They bet on him, and he performed. He performed very well. Hit 30 home runs, right?
Yep.
Over 30 home runs.
Yep.
What do we got? 33 home runs last year. 99 ribbies, batted over 270. Not bad. I mean, I feel like for what they were looking for, he delivered it, and he earned himself the contract.
Right.
Will a few years, 5-10 years down the line, the Dodgers be in luxury tax or salary cap hell?
They're gonna be paying
I guess we'll see. Because they know something about writing contracts that I don't know.
This deferred money is crazy.
We give you the money later, as long as you come play and win us a World Series now. So, hey, when you win, you sell more tickets, you win money, the concession stands more expensive, sell more jerseys.
The question comes in here now. All right, guys. Shohei Ohtani signed for 10 years. So 1 year passed, and they won a chip. How many chips do you think the Dodgers need to win, do you think, to pay back this deferred money in this future?
3.
3 more or two more?
3 total. So they got
3
this
total.
One.
Okay.
If they get 2 in the next 5 years, it pays itself.
It pays it, you think?
If they get 4 in the next 7 years, they need to teach a financial literacy course to the rest of the MLB because they know something about something that we don't know.
So you're saying 2 more right now? It's done.
2 more.
Oh,
2 more.
Wow.
Because I mean, in a 162 game season, like winning a chip is hard. Like there's so many injuries. Guys got to be, hitting the right way. The off-season program has to be perfect. Like you got to be in the right system. You got to have the right lineup. Like baseball is a very superstitious sport. I know, Mikey, we used to play back in Boston. You know what I'm saying? Like it's having the same rituals, having the same situation. So it's one of those things where to be able to replicate it 2 years in a row is not easy. So the fact that even if the Dodgers can make it to the series, lose, get to the series again next year, win, go, you know what I mean? Do the San Francisco Giants, Mike? You remember back in the day they was winning every other year for a little bit? Yep. They do something like that, it pays itself. But yeah, I think 3 in 5 years. I mean, Mikey, tell the people how difficult it is to get a World Series championship.
I mean, it's definitely difficult. I think the question about what is it going to be worth it is something that's like a different conversation on like winning itself. Because the truth is, how much money does a good baseball team generate, right? So if they have 100-win seasons for, let's just theoretically say 5 seasons in a row, and they win 1 playoff round, I would guess that they've already made their money back and then some, because they're not giving people money that the business analysts here don't think they're making back. That's what I think. I don't think you would commit like deferred money if you wasn't gonna make it back. A quick number that I'm a reference from, because I just looked this up real quick right now, right? How much money does 1 game in the World Series generate? If y'all had to guess right now, how much do you think game 1 of the World Series this year generated by itself?
Are we just talking tickets, like the stadium? We're not talking about the city. We're just talking about the stadium itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe a little parking. I mean, 26 million?
50.
What do you think, Sam?
$50 million.
More.
day.
It's
More?
higher. It was projected by Sportico that game one that a World Series for a World Series run generates 70 million in ticket and luxury suite sales alone.
Ooh.
That was based on the Yankees bond document disclosures dating back to 1997.
Ooh.
So not included in that is the estimate revenue for concessions, beers, and for gear, like merchandise. So think about it. How many fans are going to flood into a stadium? Yeah, you're talking about 20, 30,000 people buying shirts and
Wait, but you said this was from the Yankee bond book from the 90s.
97. It's scaled though.
So like I'm sure it's way much more now. If it was that back then.
No. He's saying it's scaled now.
Oh, scaled to now money. Our money.
It's scaled like to that's what the ticket sales would be. 70 million in today's money.
Wow.
Well, that makes sense because your tickets going on what average $500, $600 for a
World Series, yeah.
Maybe 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And
easy.
30,000 plus the food. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of money, baby. That's a lot of money.
So,
yeah.
The World Series appearances by themselves are gonna earn you the money back. I feel like it does make it worth it for them. Maybe I don't know if they've made all their money back already in 1 year, but sheesh, a couple playoff runs and they're good to go.
It's not bad. Especially and the TV deal. If they renegotiate their TV rights or do something, they might get a little break. You know what I mean? You know how the ownership be, pooling their money, doing their thing. So they're gonna get a little break too. If I'm another owner, like if I'm the Tampa Bay Rays, my poor behind, my little penny ducats that I gotta do, I'm looking at the LA Dodgers being like, fam, how am I gonna compete with y'all? Because I can't even project having this money. I don't even got the money in the first. I'm barely surviving. I'm barely keeping the lights on.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
I'm happy to have a team.
You see what happened? They have to pay the Yankees. Did you know, David? The Tampa Bay Rays this year has to pay the Yankees $15 million to use George Steinbrenner Field in Tampa because their home got wrecked from the storm.
Wow.
So we're getting money from Tampa.
Listen, that's how you know you po. You gotta pay somebody else to rent out your joint, and you play in the same division. Make it make sense.
Yep.
Got cameras everywhere. That's why the Tampa Bay Rays ain't good. That's what I'm trying to tell
Mike,
you.
Mike, you're not gonna like this free agent news right here.
Let's go.
Mr. Corbin Burns signs a 6-year, $210 million contract with the Arizona Diamondbacks, including a $10 million signing bonus. And fully guaranteed. This man is getting $35 million annually, $60 million deferred. He can opt out after 26, but he has a no trade clause, and he has a no 14 no trade list apparently from the years from 2027 to 2030. And this is the largest contract in Arizona Diamondbacks history. Mikey, I am so sorry.
Yo, where the hell did Arizona come? They very literally came out of left field with this one, huh?
Yep.
What the hell?
I heard
it's about that. It's that money though.
Yeah.
It's that money, bro. It's the money.
I think he had two teams that were the value of his contract was higher, but he chose Arizona because of taxes too. So
210 and you keeping all 210 is the difference between 210 and California.
Yep.
That's you know what I'm saying? Or 210 in Florida is the difference between 210 in New York. It's a little different.
Yep. I mean, damn, this man is getting a lot of money. He proved himself though for sure. As we talked about in the previous episodes, this man, a bona fide ace, ERA under 3 for what, like 4 consecutive, Mikey, or his whole career right now when we checked. I mean, in terms of depth chart in Diamondback starting rotation, if they're healthy, they have a lot of starters right now. I mean, you guys are going to know these players. They have, of course, Corbin Burns, they just signed, Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, Erod, the Red Sox Erod guys.
Okay.
Brandon Pavat, I don't know this guy, but Jordan Montgomery, World Series champion, and Ryan Nelson. So you guys, there's some names out that are pretty well off. If they're healthy on paper, they look good. I mean,
who's hitting though? That's the $1 million question. Who gonna hit? It might be 1-0, but if the Diamondbacks are at 0, what we gonna do? Because it's like 210 is a lot of money. Mikey, I know this hurts your heart, I really want to know where you wanted him to go. But how? I mean, I understand it's that money. How do you feel about the signing?
You know where I wanted him to go. I wanted the Red Sox to go all in on him. I said this weeks ago. I'm like, Red Sox should go all in on Burns, but watch, we're not going to be able to get Burns, and we're going to end up with Walker Buehler. I knew this.
Wow.
This is what I'll say. Unfortunately for the Arizona Diamondbacks, they're going to need some luck because you ain't getting by the Los Angeles Dodgers. You think they're getting by the Dodgers?
Nope.
And what about some other big teams, right? The Phillies is still there. The Mets is still there, right?
Even the Padres, their own division. Padres still there.
Padres is there. The Braves is still
Braves,
here.
Yep.
So they're not just going to, I feel like, make that jump just because you made one good signing, but it's a start. And you got to make, when you can make a big splash signing, I feel like you're forced to. So I think it's a great move. Would have loved to seen him in, a pair of Red Sox, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
And that hurt your heart. I know that was a tough one for your boy. And I'm even thinking about it. I'm like, bro, you're gonna get 210, which is great. Get your money, get your paper up. But I'm like, you're not gonna be able to get through the Dodgers. So I'm thinking, don't you want to go to a winner, or do you know what I'm saying? That's especially where you could have had more money in other places. Don't you want to maybe win some games? You don't want to be third in your division. You know what I mean? Barely making the playoffs, if that. But hey, if you care about your numbers, you care about your paper, you got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
So,
yep.
If I was getting 210, I'll play me anyway. I'll play up in Alaska.
True.
Hey, Arizona ain't a bad landing spot. No. You close to Cali, you close to Vegas, you close to Calo. You could do whatever you try and do. Go for camping. You can go skiing. Go hiking. You can go gambling. You can go swimming. Arizona's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Take a little ride out to Sedona, y'all. I mean, and you'll enjoy. Yeah, I know y'all will enjoy yourselves. So
I love that.
I don't blame them. Hey, maybe we're gonna have to do a Diamondbacks game.
Maybe.
Yo, I mean that'll be fire.
We might have to see the boy. We might have to see the boy get on the mound.
Yep, that'll be fire.
It'd be 1-0 probably. That's what it's gonna be. And Ohtani gonna knock that joint out.
Ohtani. Speaking of Ohtani, he got a new teammate, guys, from South Korea. Kim Hae-sung signs a 3-year, $12.5 million contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers. This man's getting 4.1 AAV annually, and he has a club option from 28 and 29. I mean, these Dodgers don't quit on signing people. Oh my goodness, what's going on? And I even looked at his numbers in the KBO. This man is a 25-year-old man. He played in the KBO for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 years. The last year he batted .326, 11 home runs, 75 RBIs, with a OPS of .841.
Ooh, I like that.
People say KBO is like AA in baseball, but a .326 as a contact hitter, apparently he's very good defensively.
Okay.
So, and the last year before that, he had a .335, even better.
Okay.
So, I mean, I feel like the Dodgers are taking a chance here, but they like to sign international players, like we always, know, like Shohei Ohtani, Hyunjin Ryu, like they always had that love. But I mean, we'll see. What do you think? What do you think, David? What do you think about this signing of Kim right here?
I mean, I think, one, it's nice to have the KBL really taking over, at least in a couple of players in terms of their farm system. I think that's a real shout out to them, first off. Shout out to our Korean listeners. You already know what it is, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. But I think one thing I will say is that I think when it comes to hitting, I think the KBL does translate to the MLB. I don't think the pitching, I think Shohei is a very different breed. But I think when it comes to the hitting and contact hitters, we think a lot of these international players, especially from Western descent, they can hit the ball. That's just what it is. Suzuki, Matsusawa, the guys can Ohtani, guys can hit the ball. So I'm not expecting him to be a power hitter in this lineup. I'm more expecting him to be a more on-base hitter. I think that 8.8 on-base percentage really gives me a lot of hope. The real question is that can he deal with the American type of environment? I think it's a very different fanfare than the KBL. and being able to travel and be able to be consistent is going to be something that I'm a little nervous about. But hey, a nice gem for Otani to have somebody to hang out with and talk to when he doesn't want to speak English from time to time. So
If you a lifetime hitter over 300, hey, let's give you a shot. Come play with us over here. We give you the bag. You come hit 300 over here, and you're gonna make a bigger bag than you ever imagined.
Yeah, he might be a good leadoff hitter for them.
Hey, that's
And
what it is.
they're saying if Otani pitches, he doesn't really steal much when he pitches. So that's why they say they got him. They got Kim because of the speed too. So we'll see. And speaking of Dodgers, since they got Kim, they just traded away Gavin Lux to the Cincinnati Reds for an exchange of a minor league outfielder, Mike Sirota, and a Reds competitive balanced A pick for the 2025 draft. So they basically traded, they said, all right, Gavin, like you gave us a great run. You have 2 chips on you. You got the 2020, you got the 2023, 2024. Thank you for your service. And I feel like they just traded away Gavin and got Kim Il-sung back now.
you feel like that's a lot? I mean, or like they got a lot for him? Because I feel like for a guy with 3 rings who really gave a lot to the city and to the organization, I feel like they didn't get. I was 1 pick. I thought they maybe get 2 picks.
They got a minor leaguer, but yeah, 1 pick.
It's like a player and a pick. I'm just kind of like, Mike, you feel like that's fair? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know he's a little older, but still.
They have such a dynamic lineup already that I guess they can afford to, let someone go. I guess if you was hitting better than 250, 10 home runs, 50 ribbies, maybe you'd force the team's hand to keep you, but
Right.
the numbers don't jump off the page to me as a must keep.
And you're not like an outstanding defender too. So I feel like if you were like a 5-star defender and you were like a 250 hitter, I feel like Dodgers will keep you. But if you're just an average, just move on.
No, you're right. I got you.
Let's talk about the Yankees real quick, guys.
Another one for y'all,
Woo!
huh? Another
signed
one
a
for y'all.
former
Damn,
MVP.
another one.
Former MVP, first baseman Paul Goldschmidt signs a 1-year deal with the New York Yankees, $12.5 million. And boy, oh boy, Yankees love their MVPs. Currently, now the Yankees have 4 former MVPs in their lineup now. They got Judgy, they got Cody, they got Giancarlo Stanton, and they got now Paul Goldschmidt. He's 37. He won the MVP 2 years ago, but he had a great second half last year. So I feel like, and I also heard the Yankees aren't done now.
Richer.
So I feel like we're trying to fill that third base or second base spot right now because we're versatile. Jazz Chisholm can play. His main position is second, but he played third with us all year last year when he got traded. So it's either or. I saw Luis Arias, but not now. I saw even Gavin Lux before this Reds trade that happened today, that we were interested in that, but we didn't get him too. So I don't know what's going to go on, but Yankees look, I feel like I'm starting to not miss Soto much now. I'm starting to see like we're filling our spots that needed to be filled, and we're playing the players in their actual positions now. Like, we're not flip-flopping, we're not experimenting, and I feel like Mikey made a good point with me to really think about the Yankees on World Series revenue. This offseason has been a crazy offseason if you're a Yankee fan right now. We even got Devin Williams, the closer from I think we talked about in a previous episode. He's an elite closer. Like, I feel like last year's offseason move was only Soto, and you add that to the lineup. Now we're adding MVPs, we're adding pitchers. We got Max Fried, guys, for 8 years. Like, if you're a Yankee fan, you should be excited. I feel like it's going to be a very exciting season for us right now.
The rich get richer, like y'all be doing. Y'all rich.
Roki Sasaki, guys. I'll name you a few free agents that right now aren't signed. Pete Alonso's not signed yet. Alex Bregman's not signed yet. Roki Sasaki is not signed yet. So the hot stove, there's some good players that are still there, and I'm sure they're just still waiting. But I cannot wait, guys, for the next year's free agency.
Do you want Bregman? Who
Oh,
do you want?
for me, I do want Bregman, as we talked about.
Okay.
Get him in third and
No,
move Jazz to
you know where
second.
he's going. Y'all know where he's going.
Where's he going?
We ain't had no money to spend on no good real A-list player in the free agency, so you know the Red Sox dropping a bag on him.
So
You know
better
it.
are you willing to move Devers to first or something then, Mikey? If you were the Red Sox,
Or either you could move Devers to first and put Tristan Casas at DH.
Oh, okay, okay.
So that's what would happen, bro.
Oof.
And that's the final piece. If you're asking me, like, where is he gonna go? Because,
He'd
sheesh,
be a
like
good
we
look in
need
the
someone.
Sox.
We got to get one of these big namers. Come on, we got to get one of these big namers. Listen. I'll take if somehow if they could get a big hitter like Pete Alonso, but it don't fit in. It don't really work with our
Bregman
lineup.
will be nice with y'all.
Exactly.
Bregman will be nice with
Too
y'all.
much of a diva, in my opinion. I love him, but I'd definitely take Bregman.
Because I feel like Devers is a great hitter, but he needs supporting cast with him. Like you can't just you can't just be that one and just trying to win. But yeah, there's a lot more stars to be signed, guys. A lot more stars.
Y'all be sneaking some stuff, man. I tell you, in between the Dodgers and the Yankees, I'm just praying that my Sox could do something. You know,
Hey, they're trying here. So if you think about it, with the signings of Sandoval, Aroldis Chapman, and Justin Wilson, they got 3 lefties. And I see this lefty relief pitcher who we still have here, right? Tanner Scott. And that would be we could bolster the bullpen with yet another left-hander. And seeing as in that Craig Breslow, a left-handed relief pitcher in his day, is the guy calling the decisions for us here. It's possible. I mean, it's possible. So
we'll see.
Lefties are unusual. There's less lefty than righty, so lefties are very valuable in this game of baseball.
Especially throwing at that level.
Yep.
Kill him.
Yep.
Yeah, watch the Yankees sign Roki Sasaki.
Yeah, I want to imagine, and we trade away Stroman. It'll be great, guys. It'll be nice. We can at least fight with the Dodgers. We couldn't even fight with them in this World Series.
It was tough for y'all.
It was tough. But yeah. Hot stove is nice right now. It's cooking up for sure. It's cooking up.
Listen, one person who is having a really tough time, and I know we're gonna switch it up a little bit.
Let's do it.
MLB. NBA, my boy Jimmy Butler. What is going on? You know what I mean? And I quote from my boy, I want to see me getting my joy back playing basketball, wherever that may be. We'll figure it out here pretty soon. I'm just confused because a few weeks ago I was seeing Jimmy and my boy chilling. They was relaxing. They was on the podium. They was doing their thing. I thought it was gonna be fun in Miami. I thought it was always fun in Miami. I know the boys have been there. It's a beautiful time. The women are great. The weather's amazing. The beaches is nice, and the sand is white. But Jimmy's saying he wants out of South Beach, and I think it's time because honestly, he ain't happy. The worst thing about it all, though, guys, after coming out with this news, he's gotten fined. Mikey, what is happening? The man says I want to trade. And they suspend the boy for a few games and fine him. What's up?
He didn't even say I want to trade. He just said if you look at his wording, it was like I want the joy to come back in basketball, which obviously suggests we know what he's suggesting. It's not like he's doing the James Harden, I demand my way out, right? I'm done. You trade me, right? It's obviously not working. I think really when this started to become a bigger issue is if you jump back to what the coaches said something, Pat Riley making comments too, but about how hard Jimmy was playing, like suggesting you're not trying your hardest when you're playing right now. And I think that's really what will set a player off. It would set me off too. If you're trying to say like, oh, you're not trying no more because you want to get traded. Like no other better way than to send someone into a pissed off mentality, right? So what is the right answer? Is that can you suspend someone 7 games? Is this how detrimental is this conduct? What's going on behind the scenes that we don't know? Are you literally fighting people and you're making the team that much worse? Like how detrimental is that press conference? Because we could all watch it back right now.
Right.
It's I don't know. I think it's a bit harsh, but this is Pat Riley trying to rule with iron fist.
And the thing to me is that, he comes back after, playing his first game in like 13 days. He was away, I think, for an illness, you know what I'm saying? And he takes 5 shots in 25 minutes, scores 9 points. And I think that's where, for me, I'm kind of like, okay, you're coming back from an illness. Maybe you had COVID. There is a bug going around. Yeah, I don't know, even on the West Coast, on the East Coast, in the South, in the North, I heard there's a bug going down. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my people getting sick. Please get better. Drink your ginger shots. But yeah, I mean, for him to come back playing 25 minutes, shooting a couple shots, trying to get in the realm of things, I feel like that's fair. But, with this fine, he's losing $336,000 for each game. It's about 2.4 million. And I know the NBA has kind of talked about all that, but I don't see him being detrimental to the team. I think, and I don't know, Sam, do you think last year's playoff situation has a lot to do with it? And him talking about, well, if I was on the court, we would have beat the Celtics. We would have beat these guys.
I feel like you're totally right. I feel like ever since Jimmy got that taste of that finals and the COVID bubble finals, the team made it to the finals 2022-2023 season. Something's not working. Something's not clicking. Maybe he doesn't seem like he's like the guy in the team. Like there's Bam, there's Tyler. Like there's so many other stars that maybe he thought that he can like compete with because of that COVID finals run in 2020. But it's not working out for him. I feel like he's been frustrated for so long. It's been getting built up. And I just feel like he just gave his honest remark right there. I'm just not happy playing ball right now. And I feel like he has the right to kind of say that as a veteran too. But of course it's not a good look. But you just see that he's frustrated. So that's how I feel.
I mean,
you know how the GMs want you to believe. They want us to believe that it's the player is like you're being a drama queen.
Right.
This is different too. This sort of fine is different. Like this is like remember when Kyrie was getting fined crazy by the Nets because he didn't like openly make the confirmation like I do not agree with anti-Semitic remarks. That is such a different context than just saying I don't have joy in playing basketball here when there's an evident and obvious tension. And when you have a month ago Sham Charania report like Jimmy wants a trade, and Pat Riley publicly says we're not trading Jimmy, and Jimmy's agent says that's not true. Well, fast forward and it looks like Shams has been vindicated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Obviously, this didn't manifest overnight. It's evident this didn't manifest overnight. I just think finding someone and using an arbitrary phrase, detrimental conduct to the team, because he's pissed because y'all are mid, because y'all's team is mid, and you're relying on Bam is nice, and Tyler Hero can score the ball, but what is going on? Look at the usage rate. Look at Jimmy's usage rate and look at his stats, right? It's not he's shooting the best true shooting percentage since last year that he's had. It ain't because he's having a terrible year playing ball. The usage rate is low as hell. And you got Haywood Highsmith getting plays run for him. And you're Jimmy Butler. You brought this organization to the finals in 2020 and 2023. Playoff Jimmy. We all saw it. As Boston Celtics fans, I watched it very closely, multiple times. So I'm sorry. I'm on Jimmy's side on this one, y'all. Like, I'm fully on Jimmy's side.
And you know the thing with what I love about Jimmy is that and Mikey, we both know from watching this guy, he takes his time during the regular season. He tries not to get injured. I know usually he has like a thigh injury or a calf or some type of situation because he's jumping into that next gear after the All-Star break. But normally he ramps it up during the season. It's not like he's playing, game 80, game 1 like he's playing game 82. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think this is a normal situation with Jimmy. I think Miami has always had a culture of you have to have the right body fat. You have to be able to do this many shots. You need to be in this type of shape. So, it's to me, it's like, listen, the guy has proven to you that when push comes to shove, this boy knows what he's doing and he puts you in positions to succeed. Sure. How about you get the rest of these guys able to be healthy, get the rest of these guys some shooting, help them out a little bit, let Tyler Hero play more than, 60 games over the last couple of years. Maybe Miami could get farther than just the first round and get beat out by the Hawks. You never know. But on his preferred list of trades, his list, he's looking at Dallas, he's looking at Golden State, he's looking at Phoenix. So he wants to be with a guy who is dominant, whether it's KD, whether it's Luka, or whether it's Chef Curry. So clearly that taste for blood in the finals, he wants it more. So we'll see what happens. See what happens with my boy Jimmy. But I'm on the same thing with you, Mikey. Shout out to my boy Jimmy. You deserve it.
Jimmy, oh Jimmy. If he goes to the
where do you think he can land?
If he goes to the Suns, they'll be a lethal team, huh?
Well then, but who's gonna leave? Booker or Bradley Beal? That's really, what I'm saying.
I feel like the Suns like Booker a lot.
It ain't Book.
That's their franchise star. So I feel like Bradley would have to go because he's getting paid a lot of money too. I think he's like almost to the $45 to $50 million mark right now.
Who gonna handle the ball if it's Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker? Make it make sense.
Make it work.
How is it gonna work? I'm confused.
You gotta make it work.
Oh yeah. It'd be the greatest 2K lineup, I'll tell you that.
It's potent. It's potent.
It's potent.
You're right. What about like the Sixers? You think he could end back on the Sixers?
What? You think so? With PG or trade PG?
Well, I saw trade PG. Because I seen before the season, apparently Joel Embiid was asking for the Sixers to pursue Jimmy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did Joel and Embiid play together before?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Remember he played that 1 year.
That 1 year.
Oh yeah.
Remember? They should have re-signed Jimmy. They should have.
They re-signed Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
And he said, "You gonna sign that bum over me?" I remember. Yo, if Jimmy still was on the.
So would you give away Kelly Oubre and Paul George for him?
It depends on what contract they got. To be honest, I'd have to look at it. I'd have to see if that even works. Because a lot of these teams that he wants to land with, like the Warriors,
you have to give
the Warriors need to do something, y'all. We predicted this. I think y'all were in agreement because I remember sitting here when the Warriors were sitting close to the number one in the West, and I was like, Steve Kerr and them even said, we ain't gonna sustain this. We ain't gonna sustain playing this many lineups and getting dubs this way. We're just trying to. We're getting by early. Fast forward in the last 20 games, the Warriors are 6-14.
I told you.
Wow.
They need something, and Dennis Schroeder ain't the answer.
No, not at all.
Not
at all.
No.
I mean, I don't think Jimmy would be either, in my opinion. I think they need a more potent scorer. I mean, I think it's time to trade Chef if you really want to have some draft.
You think?
No way, trade Chef. No.
If you're trying to rebuild, I don't see Chef and Jimmy being potent enough. Now say, there's a one guy that we'll be talking about in the trade rumors a little later, Valanciunas. If Valanciunas somehow got to Golden State with Jimmy and Chef, now that's ugly because, like I said, you need a big man to compete in the West. That's what Chef's missing. I feel like Jimmy is a little different in the East, but even with Phoenix, you need a solid big man if you're gonna try to go against Joker. Am I wrong?
100%
Someone
right.
who's solid, but they don't got to be that good. It could be Valanciunas could be the answer because I mean, if you look at Dallas, Dallas last year doesn't have a dominant five, right? They have Derek Lively, a young, serviceable. He
Right.
could dive and he could catch some lobs and he could protect the rim a bit, but it ain't like a defensive player of the year,
Well,
right?
the Gafford Lively, I think, duo
Yeah.
made up for one guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and PJ Washington being a big power
Power
four
forward.
that can stretch, I think definitely makes a difference. The only reason I say the Warriors is because if I'm the Warriors, I'm trading Wiggins for Butler. If that's if the Heat deem that the best deal, and they can make the books work, they could cook the books, and you say, hey, for Jimmy, because who else is it going to be? San Antonio? Is San Antonio's going to give some young talent?
Nah.
Because I'm seeing here another rumor. Oh, okay, San Antonio can offer Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, Malachi Branham, and 2 first-rounders.
CP,
You
Jimmy,
want that,
and
or you
Wemby?
want Andrew Wiggins and some first-rounders and maybe some other bench pieces, right? I mean, for me, I'll take Wiggins. If I'm the Warriors, I'm offering. Y'all want Wiggins?
Can I take Wiggins, Pody, and a few draft picks?
Yes.
I'll do
for
that.
sure.
I'll
Pody's
do
been
that.
having he's been having a
I'll
tough
do
year
that.
too.
Yeah, I'll do that. I would get rid of Wiggins in a second. I'm on that. I'm on the get rid of Wiggins bandwagon in Golden State. I think he's had his time and it's time for him to go.
Because Dennis is
I
a
would be-
starting shooting guard for the Warriors right now, so the Jimmy would slide in the small forward position.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
Dude, did y'all hear about my boy D'Angelo Russell?
Oh, of course.
Los Angeles Lakers traded D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and 3 second-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets for Doris Finney-Smith and Shake Milton.
Yep. He goes
And
back.
He's going back to the
Going
Nets.
back.
Doris Finney-Smith, I'm confused. Is he really worth 3 second-round picks? How? What are we doing? Who is the GM over here? It is not Sam. I'll tell you that right now. I think that's like a high. I think that's way too much. That's way too much. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Doris Finney-Smith was good a couple years ago when he played for Dallas, but 3-and-D guy that, I'm hurt. Mikey, what we thinking?
D'Lo hasn't been nice this year, though. D'Lo hasn't been that good. I think it's just a mindset thing more than anything because D'Lo ain't defending. He ain't a wing defender. Like, at least Dorian Finney-Smith is defending, and he shoots the 3-point. His 3-point percentage, I would guess, is better, if not the same as D'Lo.
But 3 second-round picks for
That is, you got me there. Shake Milton is a decent scorer. I've seen him shimmy to the bucket, but it's been a couple years since I feel like he got a lot of playing time with Philadelphia. That's when I remember him having a lot of playing time.
Mhm.
So 3 seconds, but I guess
because of the
what
money.
does second round picks really always pan out to be? Like, yeah, that you have Jokic who was the 60th pick or whatever, but how many times is a second round pick really, and how much draft capital can they maybe earn back in the future? Is it a big game changer? I don't really think so, but I guess it's a step in the right direction.
They gotta be building up a contract situation. Cause I'm like, bro, you getting rid of D'Angelo, who you just signed not too long ago. Maxwell Lewis, I'm like, hey, whatever, get rid of those 2 guys. But I'm like, 3 second-round picks, we can at least leverage that. I would give 3 second-round picks to get Butler and somebody else. I mean, if I really wanted to get somebody. So
That's a lot of money though for Butler, bro. Over 50 mil for Butler.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. But I feel like the Lakers gave up, like what you said, David, gave up too much for too little. Like Dorian Finney-Smith, yeah, like he can slide into the starting rotation, but he ain't gonna be the game changer to get to the finals or game-winning shot type kind of caliber player.
give me that and $30 million in cash, $20 million in cash,
Yeah.
get some bread. You know what I mean? Let's give me some.
I don't know what they're doing, but I feel like the Lakers should not be finished with their trades right now before this deadline in February because they need work. They definitely need work. They're like what in the middle of the standings. Like, I don't know, for a deep playoff push, you definitely need more than this.
I mean, one guy that we were just talking about,
Yeah,
who's thinking about going to the Lakers. We got Bradley Beal, who's willing to waive up his no trade clause. So, he's looking at the Lakers, the Heat, the Nuggets, the Clippers, and obviously the Lakers. Like I want them to acquire Valanciunas. Come on. But I mean, yeah, I really feel like the Lakers need to make another move if they're gonna do something. Because this middle of the pack situation is not gonna get them far. They're gonna go against Denver, in the first round or something like that, get knocked out, and LeBron makes the playoffs, but doesn't have a strong playoff run yet again because the GM is not Sam. So I'm just saying,
playoffs
Lakers,
different without Bron.
It's very different. Come on, Lakers. Call my boy Sam up. He'll get y'all right. He'll get y'all ready.
If I were to get Beal, if I was the Lakers, I would not. I wouldn't give up Austin Reeves though. He's untouchable for me. Him, AD, Bron are not going anywhere, but I can give up everybody else.
I give up Reeves and keep Kennett because I saw Reeves have a 6 for 19 game where I saw Kennett have a 6 for 6 game from 3, and I said I put Kennett with them numbers, Doris Finney-Smith. You know what I'm saying? I might, I'm willing to give up.
Austin has been turning it up since compared to last year. He's been stepping up.
Better since last year. He's getting more minutes, but I still, for 38 minutes, you're only scoring like 20 points, bro. 20 points, four assists.
So you'll give away AR for you get Beal.
Yeah, I give up AR for Beal, a first round pick. You know what I mean? Maybe a swap first rounds or something like that, and you know what I mean? Maybe some cash. I'll do that.
The Suns might get stronger as that presence if that works too. If that with AR and the Suns over there.
Come on, you put AR in the Suns with with Butler, Booker, and Durant. It's not a terrible situation. And the Lakers got Valanciunas, Doris Finney-Smith, Beal.
What would you take, Valanciunas or Vucevic, if you were the Lakers?
If they could afford it, obviously Vucevic, bro, is obviously Vucevic is the all-star here. Valanciunas is still nice, but he's basically getting shot because Alexander Sarr is getting that playing time for a tanking Wizards team. Like a terrible Wizards team. So they might as well get some draft capital off it. The thing is, I feel like the Lakers have a decent enough, you got a decent enough team if you can get one really bona fide offensive player like Beal. I think I would rather go for Beal and make that deal happen if it was possible. Would I give up Austin Reeves? I probably agree with you, Sam. I wouldn't give up Austin Reeves just because they signed him to an extension, right? I feel like they got him on decent money right here. They signed him to an extension, didn't they? Like last year.
Let me see.
So it's like affordable for you to keep him. It's almost like just smart ball.
Yeah, so they have him until 2026. They have him for 2 more years.
So 2 more years.
Yeah.
He'll get a bag, I think, if he averages 20 and 6. He gonna get a bag. I'll give anyone a bag who averages 20 and 6.
26 is pretty good.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
We'll see. One guy who definitely, or one team that's definitely needing some help though is the Mavs. You know what I mean? They announced Kyrie Irving would miss Monday's game against the Grizzlies, and he has a sprained back. He didn't join the team on the road trip, which means he's probably going to be out for a little bit longer than just Monday. And he was week to week. So I'm just, Dallas needs Kyrie. I think, Clay is playing okay, but without the presence of Kyrie, it's just not the same with the Mavericks. It's a big loss, guys. I mean, do we think that the Mavericks can hold on until Kyrie gets back and so that they can keep their standings for the playoffs? Mikey, what are we thinking?
It's it's that Western Conference seeding is super, super close. So they'll be all right. All they got to do is stay 500-ish, stay 500, which they should be able to do. I mean, maybe we gotta look at the schedule before I like jump and say that they should be able to do that.
Well,
But
you got Luca, and you got Kyrie.
Kyrie
there's no
out.
Luca. Luca's out too.
Yeah, I know. Luca's got the calf strain, which you got to
Yeah.
be careful with them. You got to be careful with them. That was before Christmas too. That was like the last minute. I thought I would see him play.
Their main scorer now is what? Spencer Dinwiddie.
Ooh.
It's Spencer. Kyrie's out. Clay, PJ, Derek Lively. I would move Clay to the 2, PJ to the 3. Get what's that other big guy? Gafford in the 4, Derek Lively in the 4, and the other guy in the 5. I'll do that, but I don't know. I feel like they have to be lucky with these games, in my opinion. Now, like their main leaders are not there. At what, Mikey? They're coming off a 5-game losing streak.
Yeah,
They got to hold. They got to be able to hold on. You know what I mean during this situation, because being able to stay in the standings in the like with two bona fide superstars, that like a top 5 player in the league right now, but top 3 maybe, and then at least a top 15 player, top 20.
Yep.
Oh, and I'm not even trying to disrespect Kyrie. I'm just trying to say by the numbers. I think he's a top 10 player, in my opinion. You got 2 top 10 players on one team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that middle standings is so competitive. It's like a half a game like apart. It's crazy. So they have to get lucky with these games and try to get these wins. Like it's gonna be tough. What they got? What, Lakers, Trailblazers, and a back-to-back Denver. So these 4 already are tough. Well, take out Portland, Lakers, and Denver.
Yeah, Lakers and Denver would be tough.
Yeah. Wow.
they waiting for All-Star break.
Yeah, they want that rest. Yep, they
It
definitely
ain't coming
are.
for a minute. It ain't coming for.
But
a
it's
hot
not too
minute.
late for the Mavs though, because it's a little relatively early. So after the All-Star break, you can always turn it up in the second half.
True. That's true. Shoot. Guys, I've heard there's some teams blowing it out these days. One in the West, one in the East.
Oh.
Let GM, what's going on? I heard there's some streaks going. What's happening these days?
We gonna talk about the West Coast first. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder guys are 30 wins and 5 losses, coming on a 15-game winning streak, guys. I feel like Chet's injury has been. They don't really miss it because Harnstein has been stepping it up with these double doubles. But man, my oh my! Like, you take out Chet, it's no problem. When he comes back, it's gonna be even more of an issue now. So I don't know, guys. These Oklahoma City Thunder looking scary.
They played without him for a hot minute already.
Yeah.
Because he got injured, the Liz Franck injury to start his career. So they were used to him, and then they eased him in last season, right? So I feel like they used to playing without him. And it don't matter if you got SGA. That's a dog.
SGA.
Like, that's a real bona fide MVP candidate right there. That's a real MVP candidate right there. So
That guy's been
15 in a row ain't nothing to scoff at.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna be a tough out. I'm gonna say this though. I ain't scared of them in a 7-gamer. I saw what Dallas did last year, and until they can prove something in the playoffs, you could win as many regular season games. And Cleveland can go on another 10-game win streak. They could win 20 in a row. I'll see y'all in the playoffs. I'll take Celtics over the Cavaliers. I'll take the Knicks over the Cavaliers right now.
Tripping.
I'm not. I
What?
swear.
The
I swear.
Knicks?
I'll take the Knicks in a 7-game series over the Cavaliers right now. Yeah,
I can see that. I mean,
I would.
I think one thing that you talked about, Mikey, earlier, you know what I mean, this year was the fact that the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets have these young guns who are just able to play the game at an elite level in an 82-game season. They're young. They know how to play with each other. You know what I mean? These back-to-backs, they're able to spring it. You know what I'm saying? But you've always preached, and you've said it again today, you know, you don't think that these young guys can really hold it down. And I think SGA, you know, losing last year, in the voting, I think it was one of those things where he really needed to step up even more this year. I think he's trying to prove, listen, I am the MVP. I am that guy. I can lead this team to victory. Now, in a 7-game series, again, if you go against the Joker or against the Mavs or against a team with some veterans, might be, or some coaching or scheme against you, might be a little difficult. But Cleveland is looking good, guys. I mean, they're a young team. They got veteran with Donovan Mitchell. They got 2 big tree trunks down low. I could see them messing up somebody's life during the playoffs. I'm not saying that they could win the chip, but I could definitely see them messing somebody's life up. I don't know if it's just me.
Tree trunks. You are right. I mean, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley has been doing their job. I mean, Evan Mobley, 18 and 8 right now, and we got Jared 13 and 10. And the guys are almost double. And their guards, what's his name? Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. Donovan hasn't been really performing as what we think of Donovan, because when I think of Donovan, I'm thinking of that 50-point playoff Donovan. But he's only averaging 23, 4 and 4. But I feel like it's enough. Everyone's doing their job. They're just playing a great game of basketball, fundamental basketball. And I feel like, 31 and 4 ain't no joke. That's crazy. He only lost 4 times in this season so far. Kind of crazy.
You think they can catch the record, Mikey? You think they can hit that 72 and 10? You think they can? You know what I mean? You think they can do a little some?
I mean, we saw what happened last time a team went 73 and 9, right?
LeBron!
Go ahead. Go ahead. I respect the Thunder more than I respect the Cavs at this point, because the Thunder is first in the whole league in defensive rating, right? So and it's not even close by a whole. The defensive rating for the Oklahoma City Thunder, 102.7. Next closest is the Orlando Magic at 106.3.
Orlando.
But the Celtics dropped from what they was at last year, which was a bit higher, but we still sitting at 6 and Cleveland sitting at 7. We're both in the 109 area. So for me, I'm not gonna lie, like maybe it's callousness. I am not fearful of a team that hasn't proven nothing in the playoffs. I ain't scared of Oklahoma City Thunder at this point yet. They need to they clamped us down too. I don't know if y'all saw the Celtics and Thunder game, but they clamped us down. But we bummed all of these shots too. When you live by the 3, you die by the 3. So when you score 27, you can't score 30 points in a half, let alone sometimes you score 40 points in a quarter. That's a concern. I just feel like you're gonna have something come out of it. There's gonna be something. You're gonna figure something out if you score, because the Celtics just played the Thunder, right? I don't know if y'all seen it yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw
we
they
scored.
Yeah,
We scored 27 points in the second half.
that's crazy.
Yeah, we scored 15 in the third and 12 points in the fourth quarter, bro.
That's just
Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying.
day. That's just a bad day for them right there.
You got to give them the respect because they are clamping it down. So Oklahoma City, I'll give them their flowers for it, but I'm not.
Regular season victories, playoff dreams will die. That's how you feel?
Let's see what Cleveland can do in a 7-game series.
Speaking of playoffs, guys, on Wednesday, January 8th, the Oklahoma City Thunder, 30 and 5, are versing the Cleveland Cavaliers, 31 and 4, at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's gonna be a crazy game. This hype is like that Cavs Boston game we had back in October.
Put
But
the
this
money on
one,
the floor.
yes sir, on Wednesday, everybody, you gotta tune in.
Shoot, who y'all
ESPN.
got? Who y'all got in this game? Put the money on the floor. Who y'all got?
I'm gonna start
I
it
think
off.
it's obvious. I'm taking.
You taking OKC?
Yeah.
I'm taking OKC. I'm going Shea, baby.
Listen,
Shea, baby.
I'm gonna switch it up. I think Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I think Cleveland. I said Cleveland gonna take the. I think Cleveland gonna be able to do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna do nothing regular season. I mean, in the playoffs. But I think the regular season champs, beating the Celtics and beating OKC, I think it's gonna be lit. I'm excited.
Nice.
Put the money on the floor. Put the money on the floor.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy on Wednesday.
Dude, listen.
Thursday.
Talking about we're gonna switch topics real
Let's
quick.
do it.
You know what I know we was talking NBA and we was talking about big games coming. We speaking of put the money on the floor. We talking about NFL real quick. We're almost done with the episode. I know y'all stay with us for a little bit longer. We gotta talk about this real quick. The NFL incentive talks. Guys, I know on our last episode, your boy gave you some free money. Derrick Henry, I told you. And the man that I got it started off with, Mike Evans, earned $3 million in dramatic fashion, crossing 1,000-yard receiving mark on the final play of the season this year. Then that 9-yard catch in the win over the New Orleans Saints triggered a massive celebration for Evans and his teammates. Did you guys see his teammates mob that boy when he made that catch and got that 1,000? He has hit 1,000 yards for 11 straight years, tying Jerry Rice for the mark.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Mike Evans.
That's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I know Mike Evans has been your boy for years. I know during the Brady era when he was with him, you was always talking big stuff about Evans. How do you feel about your boy making $3 million? And then he also made $666,000 for finishing top 10 in the NFL receiving touchdowns with 11. So your boy made $3.6 million in the afternoon. How you feel about my guy?
I like when teams do things like to help each other out. I mean, it was cool. I also probably, if I was only up by 8 points and we could just kneel the ball, I ain't gonna lie. I love you, Mike, but I would have knelt the ball. I think that would have been the right thing to do. But I think he's just such like a likable dude that I'm happy he got it. If I was the coach, I'm not throwing that ball. I'm sorry, because I mean, you never know what could happen. You fumble, you get sacked, intercepted, return for a touchdown, 2-point conversion. Meanwhile, Atlanta and Carolina was in a shootout, and just like I told y'all, Carolina did win that game.
Put the money on the floor.
It didn't matter. You need to win your game first. So I'm happy for Mike, but I would have knelt the ball.
Do you think they saw the scoreboard and saw Carolina do their thing? So there's like, yo, let me just let Mike have this real quick.
No, they just wanted to do that for Mike. That was just a nice thing that Baker's a good teammate too. It seems like, because everyone talked good about him. Bucky Irvin been talking big about him, and hey, congrats to him.
Yeah,
that's a big bag. That's a big bag, but that's not as big of a bag as Geno Smith got for his W.
How much he get?
For Geno got $6 million, bro.
$6 million?
$6 million bonuses. I mean, kind of, it didn't really matter because they didn't need to win the Rams because the Rams were already in the playoffs. Yeah. So, but that win to get Seattle to 10 wins was an incentive. Also, he had a career high in yards and completion percentage. So, $6 million for him.
Shout out to my boy Geno.
Congratulations.
I respect it.
Crazy.
He had a resurgence just like we've seen Sam Darnold have a resurgence, right? This year, most recently. I respect Geno. I never thought he would be a pocket passer like that.
Nah. I mean, dude, for some reason, coming back from the Jets or going from the Jets to the Seahawks, the last couple of years, Geno has really put it down. I think him and Metcalf really have a really nice rapport. You also got Tyler Lockett, an older receiver who's still doing his thing. But yeah, shout out to Geno, man, and the Seattle Seahawks. I was really surprised that they couldn't make it out. It was a very tough NFC West this year. And so, but shout out to the Seahawks and shout out to Geno. One guy, you know what I mean, who definitely earned his money and has been earning his money for a minute. Von Miller recorded a sack early against the Patriots, who got him to 6 of the season. He earned about 1.5.
Oh, damn.
1.5 on him. You know what I'm saying? And
nice.
Von has been tearing it up. I guarantee you the boy got a AFC championship incentive. Your boy got a Super Bowl incentive for sure. But for 1.5 in the afternoon for early day with the Buffalo, playing the Patriots in a meaningless game, meaningless for Buffalo, not meaningless for the Patriots, which we might talk about a little later. But Crazy. $1.5 million. That's really pretty cool. My boy Mac Hollins as well on the Buffalo Bills. He caught 2 early passes and hit 30 catches of the season, earned a nice little 50K.
Nice.
I think that's always nice when the young bucks kind of get some extra money. I know he's not a number 1 receiver or even a number 2, barely a number 3, but being able to get 30 catches in the season, I think that's a pretty good number. It's not bad, you know what I mean, for the 4th option in an offense. The Bills doing it again, to be honest, with another one. Yes, that's right. Even the punter's making money. That's why I said, put the money on the floor, baby. Put the money on the floor. He needed one more punt down inside the 20. He got it. Payout, 100K. Going crazy.
This was the best. That was the best one of the whole day, because I know there was a lot of payouts, but I'm going to tell y'all why that was the best one of the day.
Tell me why.
They did not. That was Sean McDermott getting his punter 100 racks, because they was at the 35-yard line, and it wasn't like a non-kicking conditions. Like that was, you could clearly have kicked a field goal. You could have tried. They could have done. They didn't have to just settle. He set him up to kick a field goal from the New England's 35-yard line, so that he could just kick a little baby kick and get it in the 20-yard line. Yeah, that was a nice thing for him to do. That was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie.
That's pretty cool.
Let the boy get the bag.
That's pretty cool. I mean, shout out to a lot of these coaches and GMs who know that these suckers gotta play these games or gotta do these snaps or have to have these things to kick in, and they let them. I remember back in the day, you got guys sitting, guys not playing. You know, GMs were really like, "Hey, we don't want you to get this money, so we're not even gonna suit you up," and guys would be pissed off. But I think, you know, this new fashion of younger GMs, guys who played Madden as a kid, shout out to your boy, you know what I'm saying? They say, listen, we want our players happy and we want them to make some money. Mikey, I need you to take this one. One of the big dogs in the NFC got some money. Who got paid?
Well, your boy Baker got paid, and he deserves it too. He had a good year. He had an underrated year. I mean, that team, Tampa Bay, they like to air it out. I got to give them credit. But, hey, top 5 passer rating, touchdown passes, passing yards, completion percentage, and yards per attempt. Top 5 or top 10 in all of these categories. Hey, you deserve to get paid 500 racks for each of those. Hey,
how much you get total? 500 racks each.
2.5, baby. Five incentives, 500K each.
Five-time WCW champion.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him.
Okay,
I'm happy for the homie Cortland Sutton too, because he got yardage incentives, so he made an extra 500K for hitting 500 and 750 yards respectively, and then also he got another 500K after he passed 1,065 yards. So. Funny spot to put it at. Must be like a career high number or something that they set for that one.
Yeah, that number is very 1,065.
Yeah, they went crazy, dude. They really went crazy. You know the Bengals was probably like, they watched that game like, howdy face.
Listen, Bo Nix went crazy on them suckers.
That's your boy. I know that's your boy.
Listen, shout out to my boy Bo Nix. I know that it's going to be a difficult game on Saturday. We'll talk about that later on the next episode. But I'm just saying, shout out to my boy for this one. Shout out to my boy getting Curtin Sutton his incentive. Listen, if y'all didn't listen to last episode, that's y'all fault, okay? Because MSD Sports, you know what I mean? They be helping me out. My boys, they be letting me know. They be saying, listen, Cam, you need to be crunching the numbers. You need to be knowing what's up. You need to be giving free money to our listeners. Because if you don't, no one's going to listen. I told y'all Derrick Henry going to put the money on the floor. And did he not put the money on the floor? My boy earned $500,000, right, for 13 touchdowns. Then $500,000 for 15 touchdowns, which he got. He hit his incentive bonus for yards at 12 and 1,500 apiece, okay? And he's already banked it with 1783, okay? When I tell you he going to get his last one, actually, he might not get his last one, to be honest with you, because he going to have to get to the Super Bowl in order to get, and I don't know if he's going to pass these Chiefs, but I'm just telling you, when I tell you Derrick Henry is going to score a touchdown on his birthday, put the money on the floor. I had a parlay that he was going to put 2. And yes, it took to the last 5 minutes in the fourth quarter for me to hit. But I told y'all we was going to hit. So when it comes to the parlays, when it comes to the bets, listen to your boy Camden Lee and the MSD Sports crew, because we put the money on the floor. Just saying. Just saying. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I don't think so.
My former Patriots boy, though, made me happier. I ain't going to lie. My former boy, Kyle Van Noy, coming through with that 12.5 sack. He hit that 12.5 sack threshold there. Extra little 250K.
Oh, wow.
He was getting lit, too. He was getting as lit as Mike Evans was. Evans hit it. We talking about 11 seasons in a row with 1,000 yards. He just said 12.5 sacks, baby. But I like the players that do it the right way and good attitudes. So big respect to the boy Kyle Van Noy for that.
Yes, sir.
I think that there's someone that I really think, like, I want to hear from you, Sam, because I know that there's one big guy that I feel like
sir.
he deserves an Eagles fan to talk about him.
Sir, my boy, Mr. Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles. He didn't play Week 18, but with his 2283 yards of scrimmage, he already banked $500K in incentives and surpassing 1,500 yards and 2,000 yards from scrimmage. And then he picked up his $250,000 for getting named Pro Bowl. But that's not all, everybody. If he gets first team All-Pro, he gets another $500K. And if he gets the conference championship win, he gets $250K. And if we win the Super Bowl, or when we win the Super Bowl, he get another $250K. So fly, Eagles, fly. Congratulations, Saquon Barkley. Woo! Let's get it.
He's getting that $500K for first team All Pro. No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's getting that.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Great job this year, Saquon Barkley. What a season.
What a season. What an absolute season. He was unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Like, when I tell you 250, 255. That's all I got to say, Sam. 255.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, there's been a lot going on, man. This is a lot happening this episode. I tell you, I think we got something else. I think we got some big news happening. Just to kind of round it out for the night. People getting fired. Look, GM, what happened? What happened? I heard people's key card wasn't working this morning. Talk to me, Playboy.
But we've had a lot of coach firings right this week.
Whose key card ain't working?
I mean, there's a few that I'm surprised that are still working, like Brian Daboll staying with Giants. I'm shocked that they still want to ride that one out, but we'll let them do it. Goodbye, Dougie Peterson. Sorry.
Key card is snapped.
Sorry to him, but they had a terrible season too. The one that I really wanted to talk about, of course, is going to be Gerard Mayo getting fired by Robert Kraft, because that was the big one. I felt like Rob Kraft did set this guy up for, like, he's going to be here for the future. We know it's going to be a rough road. It's going to be a rocky road. I'm not going to lie. I feel like Gerard got done dirty here a little bit.
His key card ain't work either. Gerard Mayo.
He's
I can't
done.
put no
That's
mayo
it.
on my sandwich no more.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tough year. Can't win a game when we need to win the game, and if we lost this game, we would have had the number 1 overall pick, and we go ahead and win.
Do you think?
Think it's all good. I still think we come in home with a draft pick that we want, but because the 4th overall pick ain't bad, but it hurts. It feels like this one hurts. As a Patriots fan, I feel bad for my boy Gerard.
Don't want me dirty. My whole thing is, do you think that if he got that 1st round pick, right? If he lost that game, because Joe Milton III, who I don't know why, every time I see this man on tape, he looked like he Josh Allen. You know what I mean? A dark skinned Josh Allen. I don't know what's going on. Boy, going crazy. Do you think that if they lost that game and he got the number 1 pick, maybe my boy Gerard Mayo put some mayo on that sandwich would have stayed? Or, and I don't know if y'all caught this, but there was a little cryptic little post on the Jizzy on the gram with my boy Mike Vrabel in some Patriots gear. I'm wondering if they just said, let's kick this brother to the side so we can get the other nice Patriot who we really want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like that's a dirty business. Crap, I thought that was your boy. I thought it was Gerard Mayo was like family. Let GM, what happened? What you think?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. It could be Vrabel. It very well could be. Vrabel interviewed with the Jets already, though. So that's one piece of intel to keep in mind. Second, now that the Detroit Lions have secured the first round bye, but their defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator are both going to interview for head coach openings. And Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, is interviewing with the New England Patriots.
Oh, wow.
So, it's a different mindset because Mike Vrabel, I feel like, is hard nosed. Obviously, could catch some touchdowns, but he was a linebacker. That's what he played, But we seen him never drop a ball every time that he lined up in that end zone. We love that. I wouldn't quite say that it's done for Vrabel yet, but I would say that he looks like the best fit because of the tenure with the Patriots. And you know how the Kraft family seems to be more interested in the history, the experience with us. But Ben Johnson cannot be ignored because that offense has been potent the last 2 years for the Detroit Lions.
Drake May has already been helping my parlays this year. If Johnson came over as the HC, that offense will look nasty. Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper. Maybe we get my boy Travis Hunter and maybe T Higgins if he could get over there too. Listen, listen. GM Sam, I want you to put out some good graces for your boy, for me and Mikey, because we want a big splash.
I'm gonna say something crazy, guys, right now.
Got some money.
It would be crazy if the New England Patriots get Tyreek Hill.
Woo!
Because he says, I'm out in Miami. I'm out, sir. I need a new team.
What?
So it would be crazy if the Patriots get Tyreek Hill.
Sam. Great point, Sam. He
Tyreek
did say
Hill
that was
out?
it.
He
said
wants
peace.
out. He said out. I'm out.
He said
Yep.
peace out.
When?
Yeah.
I guess they're here today, I think. Yeah.
His post-game conference, bro. He said, I'm out.
Yeah.
Tyreek to the Pats, baby. Listen, what if Tyreek went back to the Kansas City Chiefs next year? That
would be kind of crazy, bro.
That would be crazy.
Oh my god!
I want T Higgins, man. I'd love T Higgins.
That'd be a cool piece.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be nice. I would like that, but I do feel bad for Mayo, but we'll see. We'll see hopefully our Pats could do something, make a big splash this year. Big splash.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I am surprised about that Dayball situation, though. For real, that was crazy to me. I'm like,
Yes, sir.
We all thought Sirianni was gonna get fired this year. This man might get a contract extension.
Yep.
Well, he had a good year, so he deserves it. I mean, there's a lot of football to talk about, boys.
A lot of football.
The playoff bracket is set.
Yes, sir. It is set.
It is set.
It is set.
But I think we're going to have to wait for that one until next time. We got a lot to talk about with this playoff bracket. We got a lot to flesh out.
Mikey's right. We have a lot to talk about in football. We got playoffs on Saturday, starting off with the Chargers and the Houston Texans at 1:30 on January 11th. But on the next episode, guys, you better tune in. We're going to go deep dive each game, each team. You already know. So you guys got to stay tuned. RCR Presents MSD Sports. YBK up in here. Michael John DeStefano, Mr. Club Paradise. And let's get into episode 8 of MSD Sports, y'all. Let's go. We'll see you guys next time.
Appreciate y'all. Always, it's your boy, Mr. Club Paradise, a.k.a. Camden Lee. I'm with the greatest team ever assembled, MSD Sports. Let's get it. Like and subscribe. You already know.